If you're a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility and your machinery isn't working right, Grainger knows you need to understand what's wrong as soon as possible. So when a conveyor motor falters, Grainger offers diagnostic tools like calibration kits and multimeters to help you identify and fix the problem. With Grainger, you can be confident you have everything you need to keep your facility running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
What's up, Buffalo Fanatics? Josh Allen here. Just wanted to say, go Bills.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy back at it again. It's Friday night, people. You know what it is, man. It's time to get busy. It's trying to get live, man. We know what's at stake, do we not? It's the Rumble in the Jungle. The Bengals are hosting the Bills. And the last time we were over there, I'm going to keep it a buck, we weren't looking very good. I tried to cap it. I tried to we were on it. We were going toe-to-toe. Nah, fella, I don't know. It wasn't looking good. And then the playoffs happened. And they put their money where their mouth is. And they took it. They took us to the woodshed is what they want to say. You know what I'm saying? Well, some people say that. And Bengals fans were feeling mighty good. And as they should. They should feel good about that. And I won't be talking about this Bengals game on my own. I'll be joined by my homie, Mr. Houday himself. Mr. Zim's going to be joining me. We're going to talk Bengals, man. I don't think it's going to be about that ish talk. I think it's more because there's pressure on both sides of the ball. There's pressure on both teams. And we got to talk about it, man. So without further ado, you give it a thumbs up when you're ready to go because we're going to hit this thing rocking and rolling, my man. You good? Head, thumbs up? Yeah, that's it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring in my man, Zim, from the Winsnap podcast, representing one of two. Because I know my man Ace Boogie, he wasn't able to show up. I got it. Friday afternoons, you gotta hang out with me. Listen, man. Zim, welcome to the show, man. I appreciate you. You know what it is. How's everything?
Appreciate you having me. I love the intro, always a lot of energy, and I always, even though we on different sides, I can't stop supporting you, my brother.
No doubt about it, man. I see you doing big things over there, man. I love it, and I applaud you, brother, because we got things. We do similar things. We bring the same type of energy. This is what I love about you when you come to the show. Your Bengals. We got to talk about these Bengals, man, because I'll give you the what's happening right now with Bills Mafia. Bills Mafia right now, there's a lot of inconsistency with this team. We don't know what Bills team is showing up. Is it the team that's going to light your ass up for 48 points, or is it the team that's going to barely put 15 points on the board against the Giants team? We have no idea. It's the epitome of inconsistencies, right? We are 5-3. Feels like a hollow 5-3, but nonetheless 5-3. Every win counts. But the Bengals in the north side, you guys are 4-3 at the bottom of the north. However, you guys are, you guys are neck and neck, thick and thin. Talk to me about these Bengals, man. Is Bengals Nation? Are they kind of? I'm not sure what's going on with these Bengals, but you guys are on a 3-game win streak, so it seems like you guys are trending in the right direction. Talk to me.
It's crazy how the how long a season really is and the ups and downs and the ebbs and flows of a season, because literally like 2 weeks ago you would have asked me, any other Bengals fan, it was like the offense hadn't done anything. Joe Burrow, I'm old school. If you're healthy enough to suit up, like you're healthy to me, like you know what I mean. So, but he wasn't playing like what we known him to be. I took a trip to Arizona. We went out there. That was the first time. So Shiesty, he got his own shoe now. So he put the Air Shiesties on. Once he put the J's on, he been
Yo.
acting different. He been acting different. And then once he started going crazy, that's the part where I feel like everybody's like, man, I can't stand Bengals fan, because it's just this confidence level. Like if you got one of them guys, you got you a Josh, you got you a Joe, you got you a Pat.
Yep.
You can't give nobody that feeling, bro. Like when they out there, like I'm not thinking I'm losing. Why would I think I'm losing? And so yeah, now that we in our bag, like the last, 3 out of the last 4 games, or 4 out of the last 5 or whatever, 3-game win streak.
Yep.
It's on. Like it's on. I feel like it's on.
So talk to me, because I'm talking to other Bills fans, be like, yo, hold on. Why are we? Because they get mad at me when I try to keep it as honest as possible when I look at the opposition and I say, yo, we can't think as Bills fans we're going to do what we do to, teams that light up 48 points. Like it's different every week. And this team that's coming on has got our number. Sweet Lou has got our number, right? So, but then they're like, wait. Let me remind you.
I don't know though. It's not a big enough sample size though, right?
So this is perfect. This is why I say, hold on a sec now. This is a team that put up 3 points twice in the first 8 games. So how are we going to put these guys on a pedestal when they're barely putting up points? You guys are averaging what? 20 points, 17 points a game. I don't know, 17 points a game you guys are averaging. So it's like, are we as Bills fans overhyping this team thinking this is the Bills, this is the Bengals of last year? Or is this a whole new team? And differently.
It's a respect thing. The first 3-4 games of the season, like for me and most Bengals fans, wipe it. Joe Burrow couldn't even jog. Like if you want to pay attention to that, cool. Like we want that. I'm telling you, the last 3 games, he's the hottest quarterback in football. Like you can't tell me no different. The last 3, bro, it's thrown like 1 pick and like 9 tuds. 8 tuds in 3 games. So like he's on fire. The last game, if anybody saw it, everybody could downplay 49ers all they want. 49ers still statistically are a top 3 defense in the NFL. Fred Warner is a beast. It's Bosa. It's whoever you want to say. You can say whatever. You can downplay it all you want. Dude threw a perfect game. It was a total of 4 incompletions. The 4 incompletions, go watch them. They're on target. 32 passes, 88%, adjusted completion percentage, 94 in an NFL game. I don't care if I was playing the Monstars from around the way. I don't care if I was playing a double Dutch team. 32 passes in the NFL and you're completing at that percentage. I don't know, bro. He's hot. And he got this look in his eye and he's a lot different. At the same time, like you're saying, Bengals fans got to make sure that they understand what's at stake and who they're going up against. We're talking about a top Bills defense with a pass rush that will make anybody look stupid. They got a tight end that Bengals haven't been guarding tight ends well. Bengals are giving up the number 1 amount of fantasy football points to tight ends in the National Football League. You got that written down, right? So Kincaid is on fire. That's a guy, I'll tell you too, the Bengals wanted Kincaid. And then I look at Kincaid getting 258 yards. Can you imagine that in a Bengals offense right now? We have those conversations right now. And that's a big deal for us because we don't have a tight end that's like, we probably got one of the worst tight end rooms in the NFL, but our wide receiver room kind of makes up for it. But the defense has been standing strong all year.
Yep.
I just thought that the offense was so terrible that we gave so many teams so many ways to go beat us. The Titans game was like 0-0 in the second quarter or 3-3 or something like that. The Browns game, same thing, second quarter. The offense was so terrible because Joe Burrow couldn't move. He was just out there. I would throw that all away. If you buy into all the stuff from before, that's cool. But I'm just telling you, like the team, they locked in and they look a lot different.
So what Bengals team should I start looking at? Should I start looking at this last 49ers game? That's the Bengals game I should be looking at. What about that Seahawks game? Because I was watching that Seahawks game and the Seahawks just, I don't want to say they gave the game away, but they couldn't put it away. Let's put it that way. They couldn't seal the deal.
You know what that Seahawks game reminded me of?
What I want to know.
It kind of reminded me of your last game last week, where you look the first two drives. The first 2 drives of that game absolutely sliced them, killed them. We go into like a chill mode, hesitant, punting on their side of the field type stuff. They had a lot of different possessions that I thought Joe Burrow should have closed them out. For whatever reason, it didn't work out. He took care of the football. He doesn't make mistakes, and the defense got us out of there. Like I said, the defense has been carrying. But it kind of reminded me of watching your game last week. I thought y'all looked dominant at the beginning. In the second half, not so much though.
We turned into conservative Kathy over here, man. We just started punting on their side of the football. I mean, and I get it. Baker wasn't really doing much, so you're gonna have to, if you're gonna will your team, you're gonna have to will your team to win it. And that brother almost did it. Had Godwin just turned his head around, and it would have been an epic disaster. But that's neither here nor there. This is a big matchup, and the conversation right now that I'm having with a lot of Bills Mafia right now is pressure, and who has the most pressure on them. And it goes twofold. It goes up against, obviously, the Bills and Bengals. Who's got more pressure? I mean, we're sitting in two of the toughest divisions in football. AFC North to me is one of the toughest, if not the toughest. I get argued with that all the time. And AFC East is coming on, right? The Dolphins, with that cupcake schedule, they're handling what they're supposed to handle. They're handling their business. The Jets aren't too far behind. And then you got the Bills right now. Then with you guys, everybody's in the winning pick category. So who's got the most pressure? Who needs this more, the Bills or the Bengals?
I think from a psychological standpoint, the Bills needed 1,000% more because of how the playoff game went. From a how does your outlook on your schedule look? From a conference standpoint, the Bengals haven't won any AFC games, so they need it. They need to go into this game. I think both teams have their own, agendas, but at the same time, this ain't, this is a lot. Like, there's some storylines that I don't think people are forgetting. And I mean, that I think people are forgetting. Bills probably will bring up whatever that I'm probably not thinking about. But I will tell you this.
What's up?
The Brandon Beane convo afterwards. And remember, I talked to you after that game. And I don't want to suck enough to ever have a Jamar Chase. I think about that comment every single day. And the players that I know. And the players on our team, we think about it. Like, the players that I know, they talk about that often. Like, the Bengals fans don't need a little bit of bulletin board material. They only need a little bit, because you think about, like, all the years that they was down. So we're used to, if we had injuries, nobody cared. If we won games, went to the playoffs, nobody cared. Yep. So any bit, a little bit, that whole little, I don't want to suck bad enough to get Jamar Chase. That's a line that I think that they'll put right on the wall in Paycor Stadium on Sunday night, and they're going to play and show them how much it looks like when you suck to get Jamar Chase.
See, and I asked this question in terms of, like, pressure and what it amounts to, because right now the Bills, if you look at it from the Bills standpoint, you got the Dolphins. I mean, we've won the division last 3 years, right? The parity in the league is getting better. The AFC East, it feels like everybody and their mama is wanting to go to the AFC East and just pile up on that in that division. You got the Dolphins on top. You got the Bills narrowly holding on to number 2 with the Jets right behind them. And right now, the Jets have that 1-0 conference in division record against them. So then you go to the Bengals. The Bengals are last in the division right now. Obviously, the records are all the same. You got the Steelers that just had a huge win last week, just this past week. You got the Ravens that are on fire, right? Then you got you boys doing it. The Browns defensively are on, like, that's a good division right now. So I feel like every win matters for you guys. And we scour the internet. You see all these analysts that are out there. Joy Taylor, I'm sure you've seen this already. Maybe you haven't.
I have not. What is Joy saying?
Let me tell you.
I ran into Joy in the spaces one time, and she'll never forgive me. She was like, "You're a spicy Bengals fan." She's she got that Steelers in that Dolphins background, and I started getting. The Bengals have won 4 out of the last 5 against the Steelers. Like, the one game we lost on a missed extra point, like, I was giving it to her. She was like, "Hold up, who is this?" But
you're waiting for it. You had your moment.
I had to cook her right quick. But tell me, what did she say?
Well, check this out. So they were asking the same question I'm asking right now. Who's got the most pressure? Is it the Bills or the Bengals? Here's what Joy Taylor has to say.
What is at stake in this huge matchup that has us very passionate?
The Bengals staying in the playoff hunt. Mm-hmm. Bengals got to win this game.
Mm-hmm. They forgot about that, Joy.
The Bengals haven't won an AFC game yet. They're at the bottom of the division in the AFC North. Oof. I don't know if anybody saw it, but Steelers won last night.
They did.
The Ravens are at the top of the AFC.
Yeah.
They're right there. The Browns will play around and win some more games. They're probably going to win this weekend. They play the Cardinals. They got to win this game. It's unacceptable for the Bengals to lose this game. They have to win this game. What's at stake? Bills will be all right. Bills will be fine.
I don't know.
They'll be all right. They'll be better than the Bengals will be.
Yeah.
The Bengals' margin for error is like this. The Bengals have to win this game.
Everything she said there, I was like, okay. Then she said the margin for error. I think the margin for error is big on both sides. But when I look at what you guys have done, she said something about you guys are 0-4 in the conference.
Oh, and
massive.
3.
That's massive. I didn't realize that until she put that out there. So it is tough, and it's must win for both teams.
I feel like people hyping that part though. Like for me, for both of these teams, like let's be 100. Unless you're just a Bengals hater, like I can't help you. But let's keep this 100. Both of us are going to the playoffs. You can't convince me that whoever is about to take some massive crazy leap. We know how this go when it get to the real games. Like both of us going to playoffs. I just want to say that. But the difference is this to me. The Bengals for the last 2 years, going 2021 and last year, they were 4-4 and 5-4, both different times. So telling a Bengals fan that we heard that every single year, we went to a Super Bowl and then went back to an AFC Championship game. So to me, if the Bengals were to lose the game, like I feel like I got Joe Burrow and I'm gonna cook and I'm gonna come back. Like it's a long season. I'm not really tripping like that. If now I will tell you this. There are odds out there, and I just sent it to you too. PFF has a graphic, and a lot of other people. If the Bengals were to win this, they go from a 30% chance to a 70% chance of going to the playoffs, though. I will say that, though. Like, just off this one game alone. But I just don't buy it because I've just seen this movie happen for 2. Like, you don't understand. Like, from my perspective, I heard everybody and their mom tell us that the Bengals weren't going to go to the playoffs, weren't going to win a game, none of that. For 2 years straight. I won 5 playoff games when I got there. So, like, think about it. Like, nobody, even after beating y'all in the playoffs, nobody is thinking like the Bengals are like here at whatever level. For whatever reason, we kind of like that, but I don't know. Like, I can't. It's a lifetime of conditioning. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've been trained your whole entire life to think that the Bengals ain't really, then you still gonna think they ain't, and then we just gonna come out there and cook.
So here's what my man Zim just sent me just now. So if you guys are looking at the screen here, so with a win, there's a 70% they're going to the playoffs. 70% they're going to the playoffs, folks. But they lose this game, it's 38%.
But come on, bro. Like with 10 games left, though, like.
Listen, welcome to the new NFL. Welcome to the AFC. It's not a joke.
Right.
The NFC, you have the margin, like she said. The Bills will be all right. Hold on now. I took exception to that because the Bills will not be all right because we've got a division right now that they are seething to take us down. The Jets have been waiting. They took us down on a punt return, touchdown in overtime, right? Aaron Rodgers goes down. That's the Aaron Rodgers game, right? And then we come in and we thump the Dolphins. But then we put up a mediocre display against the Giants. We lose to the Pats. Like, I don't know what team is showing up. Now, injuries always play a part. You guys know that very well. Joe Burrow seems to be back on top. If he's wearing the shiesties, he's ready to go. So I find this game to be very interesting. Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty because I'm not going to keep you. I want to respect your time. There's some weaknesses on your team. And what is it about your squad where you're sitting here like, yo, if they expose us here, we're done.
Rico, you crazy. He'd be ready. He'd be like, it's some weaknesses. Tell the people about your weaknesses.
Tell us about the weaknesses. The people need to know. What is it about the Bengals that if we figure this out, it's a wrap?
I will say there are a couple of different things that stand out to me. I talked about the tight ends. I think it's part of the scheme too, though. Last week, we were talking about a team that's averaging 150 yards a game. So we're allocating more linebacker position, like more linebackers to stop the run. Kittle has a big game, gets a little bit in garbage time, but he does go over 100 yards, you know what I'm saying? Or at 100 yards, I believe. So he has a big game. So I think that they're susceptible to having tight ends be able to do their thing. I think that our left guard, Volson, start of the season was the weak point on our team. The last 3 games, he's looked really good. You know, like that's the matchup. If the Bills are going to take advantage of anything, I think it's the Ed Oliver on Volson matchup is the one that I'd be looking at. Aside from that, of course, everybody talks about this ad nauseum about the new safeties that we have. I just think that Dax Hill is not what Jesse Bates is, but Jesse Bates is like an all-pro safety. But I will say this from an athletic profile, and at the line of scrimmage, box, being able to make plays. Bro, Jesse Bates never made plays like Dax Hill did at the line of scrimmage like how he is now. But the veteran savviness, being savvy, being at where you need to be, all these different things like that. The other safety in Nick Scott and Jordan Battle, we kind of alternate. Nick Scott has had some missed tackles early in the season. They somewhat corrected that, but they have missed some tackles. I think Cam Taylor-Britt is a lot like Dane Jackson in this regard. I feel like he's really good at tackling. His coverage ability is not the greatest, but he's so good at getting a jam on people at the line of scrimmage. He's really physical. So he just went against DK like a week or two ago and got the best of him. You seen Cam Taylor-Britt versus Diggs in the playoffs. I don't know. I like Cam Taylor-Britt. I think that they need to help him on the back end though, with safety help. But those are the things that I think that the Bills can exploit. There's a lot of different things that I think the Bengals can exploit too, though.
Well, and we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that because I'm looking at what you guys bring to the table, what's standing out. And I know you guys are catching your stride, but I just feel that it's a one-man show when it comes to who the ball is going to, and it's Jamar Chase. It's Jamar Chase show. And I'm not saying take away Jamar Chase, and that's all you got. T. Higgins he's a baller, but there seems to be some kind of disconnect. Chemistry's not there. I'm not sure what exactly it is. But I'm not going to talk about that just yet. I just wanted to touch on this because we're looking at playoff chances, and it looks like the Bills, even if taking a loss, according to PFF, we still got a 50% chance to make that playoffs. And you guys dropped to 38. I don't give a damn what these numbers say. We need this win. I don't want no 50% chance to try to get
telling you. Psychologically, after that playoff game, I feel like that's the reason more so than the graphic, though. That's just my opinion, though. I just think that like you don't need to go the rest of the season saying we can't beat this team. And because then it starts to create doubt. And then when you see me in the playoffs, you don't want to see me. You feel me? So like to me, that I think that's the bigger issue. I think either team could lose this game, and I think they still go to the playoffs, bro. I really do. I think that there's three top teams in the AFC, no matter how much these other teams are on the up and come or whatever you want to say. Jaguars, Jets, whether it's the Browns defense, whatever, I don't care. None of them teams got the quarterbacks that we got. So when it's time to go and deal, I just don't believe in. Like when schedules come out, first thing you looking at is what's the quarterback you going up against. Like I'm not tripping off none of those teams, bro. I'm sorry.
So when you facing okay, so we talk about the quarterbacks now you got Josh Allen coming to town. So when Bengals fans, NFL fans, they look at Josh Allen. I mean, we look at him like you said something that was perfect. Yo, I know who we have. We got Joe Shiesty. He's that dude. When he's on, I'm picking him over anybody. And that's the way we feel about Josh Allen. But when you look at Josh Allen from an opposing fan base, are y'all like, I'm not saying are y'all shook. Has nothing to do with shook, but does he scare y'all a little bit? Like, that boy could be a problem when he's cooking.
I wouldn't say scare, but respect.
Mm-hmm.
We respect him. So, you'd be a fool not to respect him to see, what he's done in this league. I think we go against Lamar Jackson a lot, and we go against we've been going against Deshaun Watson and guys that do have wheels. Yep. And I think the Lou Anarumo scheme is kind of. I watched the Lions do I watched this game. It was maddening. They played the Ravens the other day, right? And every single time they just shooting straight right up the field. The Bengals aren't going to shoot up the field to go try to get Josh Allen. They're going to try to cage him in and keep contained. They're never going to just shoot up field. If it gets beyond 3 seconds, then you might see a rush. But they're not going to just shoot up field and allow him to just break contain and then run all over the place. Like that's just the way our scheme goes. The scheme is geared towards coverage. And anybody that's right there, like we'll keep guys that are in that area. Being as Josh Allen is one of the greatest athletes probably to play the quarterback position, it's just bound to happen. He's going to get off on something. You feel me? So you got to respect him and make sure that you understand that.
I'm looking at I'm looking at your time here. So I'm looking at the rest of your schedule. You got the Bills, then you got the Texans, which is no slouch. Then you got the Ravens right after that again. Then you got back-to-back division games. And then it's the Jaguars.
I'm sweeping the Steelers.
Hey, listen, Kenny Pickett didn't look so great. So I mean, I can see
sweeping.
I see y'all coming on right now.
I got a broom for him.
Then you got the Jaguars that they doing their thing right now.
That's a tough game.
Vikings. I mean, they're
Colts backup quarterback. Vikings backup quarterback.
Listen, I'm seeing this, right? And then you got the Steelers again, and then you got the Chiefs near the end of the season. Then you got the Browns. Yo, it's not a cakewalk. Y'all got a tough schedule. Y'all got a tough schedule. So, and that's why I feel like this game y'all need it. You know what? The Bills might need this a little more, and this is where I feel like we got more pressure on us because not only do we need this win, we got to face. I mean, I'm not sleeping on the Broncos, but the Broncos, we should be able to handle the Broncos. But then we face the Jets, the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Cowboys, the Chargers, back to back. We need this win, my man.
Yeah, that's serious. I'm gonna tell you, in the teams that you named in our division, though, like go look at the Ravens' last 8. That is no joke. They got a bunch of games at home, but that's another thing that like you got to factor in too. Is like what are the people doing around you too? I would take my last 6-8 games versus over a lot of them people. None of these games in any of these schedules are cakewalks. So let's be very clear on that. Mm-hmm. I know I'm a guy that really breaks down and I really like certain matchups. I think that the matchups on some of those matchups that you named, I think they're in the Bengals' favor, knowing what I know about our defensive scheme. For sure. This is the last game on the schedule where offensively there's a team that I think is just that could run it up on you, right? Out of all them teams that you just named, none of those, there is no Dolphins, no 40-point Eagles. And then the Chiefs, all of our games are always in the 20s because we do the same thing. We cage them up, and that's how we go. And Joe Burrow's 3-1 versus him. So I don't feel no type of way. Like you can't force somebody to be afraid of something that they've done like consistently. So that's the way I feel about those games. I think the matchups that I was talking about earlier is I feel like this. You talked about T. Higgins. T. Higgins had fractured ribs for 3 weeks out of the season. He didn't play in one game. So I wouldn't buy into that too much. There's a young dude named Yoshi that's been coming on strong. He's got a couple touchdowns recently too. We just drafted him. We got some guys, but the run game. Joe Mixon just came off his best game, I thought, of the season this past week. The way that they're blocking up front with the new addition of Orlando Brown and the guys that we have up front now, I haven't seen the Bengals block up front in the run game since 2015 like this.
Tim, y'all are averaging less than 80 yards a game. I need you to explain that to me because I see that you're saying that the run game, but I'm looking at the sample. I mean, we're 8 weeks in. Y'all are rushing for 80 yards a game. Now, mind you, Mixon had a nice game last week. Don't get me wrong, but that's one game.
It's about the run game for the Bengals because of the 3 wide receivers, and now we're introducing Yoshi into the fold now too. All right. And then we got another young dude in Charlie Jones who's coming off the IR next week. So you dodged that guy too. Mm-hmm. But we got wide receivers for sure. So we're going to throw 60-40, right? But it's about efficiency. When we played you all in the playoffs, I thought Joe Mixon was the best player on the field. Absolutely. When we play certain teams, there's different matchups that they're going to look for up front that they're going to want to go and exploit. And I think like this in the run game works out better for them. We are a pass-happy team. Yes, we are under 80 yards a game, whatever, but that's how we've been. Okay. He'll have big games where he'll run for 100-something. We might come back next week, throw for 350, 400 yards, and only run for 40. So the numbers don't really do it as that much of justice. To me, it's about the efficiency. Early in the season, the offense was so bad that it didn't matter if Joe Mixon had a run or not. The last couple games or so, I think they're running the football more efficiently. So it might not be a crazy game, but even in the game that I thought we played y'all in the playoffs, they only gave it to him 14 times for 96 yards. I thought they should have gave it to him 24 times. They didn't, but, and then he ended up with 96 or something like that. But that's how they view the running game. They use it generally to close out games. In the beginning of this thing, they're going to come out throwing.
All right, I'm going to let you go. But before I let you go, brother, and I appreciate your time because, obviously we could do this forever, but, I got to respect your time. You got an opportunity right now. I got a segment called Say It With Your Chest. And I'm going to give you a moment to kind of think about what you want to say. And once the segment, prompts you to say something with your chest, it could be to Bills Mafia, it could be to Bengals Nation, it could be to the NFL, it could be to Bills fans everywhere, right? So once that segment starts, you know what to do. It's Say It With Your Chest time. And with your chest now. Let's go.
I'm gonna say this. I think that the Bengals are a really, really good team. I think the Bills are a really good team. I love the matchup. I think Sunday night is gonna be fireworks. The crowd's gonna be crazy. But I'm gonna tell you like this: I don't care if we were going behind an alley. I don't care if we was going to a barbecue. I don't care if we were going to any function that you could think of in life. I'm going with 9.
Hey.
I'm going with 9. And that's and a lot of people want to say whatever, like, oh, look at his numbers. I'm telling you, he does this. It's shiesty season, and when it get cold, he's different. He's a crazy young man, and he does some things that Bengals fans really, really believe in this guy, and it's not because of luck. Anybody that's thinking it's luck, we want y'all to just respect us the same way we respect y'all. I'm telling y'all got to stop saying that luck stuff and stop saying somebody else is carrying us. The Bengals wouldn't have gone to no bowl, no AFC championship game if it wasn't for 9. He is not of this earth. And it could look methodical. It could look a little dink and dunk. It might be a little drop off. He's going to make the right decision every single time. And that's all I know.
Bet. And now before you go, I can't just let you just drop that on me and talk about numbers because I like numbers. You said you like 9. I like 17. 17. They've been bottling up 17 this year. They say, hey man, we need you to take the check down. We need you to, think. And he's been on the money. He's 71% passing right now, right? So he's on the money right now. So I have a feeling this is where they say, you know what, Josh? Let's pop the top a little bit. Let's go after 9. Let's show 17 let's show number 9 who 17 is. Because the last time I checked, number 9 was dealing. He was dealing. And he said 17 packing. He had his receiver going like this to him on the sideline. There ain't gonna be none of that. We're gonna make sure the 17 is on top of it. Let's go, man. Zim, my guy. I appreciate you. Cincinnati Podcast. Yo, y'all go and follow my man on IG. Go follow him on Twitter, X, whatever y'all want to call it. Zim, Cincinnati, Who Day, and my man Ace Boogie. We gotta get Ace Boogie on here next time because I got
facts.
We gonna get him on here, but we're gonna
do that for the playoffs.
Hey, I was about to say, we'll see each other in the playoffs, baby. That's my guy. Listen, I appreciate you coming on, boss. And, this is a big game, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hope everybody come out healthy. We're going to have some fun. We're going to turn up for our respective teams and keep on doing what we're doing. Keep on supporting my man, Rico. I love what you're doing, my brother.
Appreciate it. Yes, sir. My man, Zim. Peace out, brother. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's always good to, to jump in with fellow content creators, you know what I'm saying, and just chop it up with respect. None of this back and forth. I'm gonna do this, and sometimes you gotta, you gotta let these guys talk, and you gotta understand what they're going through, right? We as Bills fans already know what we're going through, right? But I wanted to know, like, as a Bengals fan, how confident, what are they feeling? And right now, it seems that their confidence level is quite high. Their confidence level is quite high because, obviously, which makes all the sense, their quarterback's healthier. And apparently he's got his shiesties on. So he's ready to go. He's got his Jordans on. He's ready to go. But motivation is a hell of a drug. Motivation is a hell of a drug. And when someone is reminded constantly of what happened last year, because, if we really talk about it, folks, last year was an epic disaster. How we collapsed. And I know everyone is talking about, we had the snowstorm. We had the Mars situation. We had. Understood. But when it came down to it, we got waxed. However you want to look at it, we got waxed. We lost. But it's the way we lost. It wasn't like it was a barn burner and we were back and forth. It was like it took the last play of the game. No, we were outplayed. We were out hustled. We were out coached. We just were dominated that game. And we just didn't make plays. We did not make enough plays. Josh Allen finds Gabe Davis down the sideline right through the bread basket. Beautiful pinpoint accuracy pass drop. It was that type of game. But when you're constantly reminded of the epic collapse of that game, you can't duplicate that. So motivation is a hell of a drug. So I hope that these Bills, I hope that these players, I hope Coach McDermott, I hope Ken Dorsey, I hope Stephon Diggs and the cast, the receiving cast, are so motivated for this game and realizing how much they need this game, because you saw it. According to PFF and the analytics, there's a 38% chance of making the playoffs for the Bengals if they lose this game. They lose this game, it ain't looking good. There's a 70% chance they win this game, they're playoff bound. You go to the Bills side of the Bills side of things, 80%, you win this game, there's an 80% chance you making this playoffs. And it's all about one game at a time here. It's always one game at a time. We all know that. One game at a time. But my gosh, we gotta make sure that we are on. We gotta make sure that we know what's at stake. We gotta be as focused as ever. We gotta be attention to detail. The silly mistakes that are being made, we just can't. And we're on the road. That's the big one, folks. We are on the road. Cincinnati Bengals are 0-4. They have not won against an AFC team yet. Whether that means something or means very little, nonetheless, that is the statistic. And right now, the Bengals at home, and I haven't seen what they're like at home. Let me just double check here. Let's put it this way: the Bills on the road, home street right now. We're 4-1 at home right now for the Bills. What's going on with the Bengals? The Bengals right now, they're 2-1 at home. They're 2-1 at home. All right. So this is an opportunity for us to come in and disturb the peace. DTP. We got to disturb the peace right now. These guys, the Bengals, are on a 3-game win streak. They're coming off a very, very convincing and a very motivating win where all eyes are on the Bengals against the damn San Francisco 49ers. And they came out and made Brock Purdy look like Mr. Irrelevant. Brock Purdy was throwing picks. Brock Purdy was inaccurate. Brock Purdy didn't have his best game. And right now, the San Francisco 49ers are currently, what are they, on a three-game losing streak? If my memory serves me correct, let me just take a look here. They're on a 3-game losing streak. So it's not a great record against the AFC for the Bengals. And the Bills right now need this win, especially because we've lost to the Jets. We've lost to the Patriots. That's 2 division games that we've lost. We lose, and we've lost, obviously, to the Jaguars. Like, we ain't that much better. We ain't that much better. That win that we got against the AFC team, obviously, was up against the Dolphins. So we are not that much further ahead than the Bengals in terms of who we've won and lost against in the conference. So this is a massive game. And I gotta give a shout out to the NFL. And I gotta give them a big shout out. And I hate them for it. This matchup is huge. And you placed the right team to match up on a Sunday night. Both teams are in win now mode. They need this win. Both teams equally, because this game can send you spiraling. And now I was listening to Colin Cowherd. Colin Cowherd is I'm a fan of Colin Cowherd. I got no problems with Colin Cowherd. A lot of people don't like him because they feel like he's wishy-washy. But understand, when you're in the entertainment business, folks, you have to talk about things. You do this every day for 3 hours a day. You gotta talk about something, and you gotta break things down. And he said something that today that was actually pretty cool. I'll play you guys the audio. I hope I don't want to play it too long, but I may have to fast forward a little bit. But I'll play you a little bit of the audio of what Mr. Colin Cowherd had to say today. And it's a 2-minute clip, so I may play the whole thing, but we'll see. So I want you guys to hear this out here.
Bills at Bengals, Buffalo at Cincinnati. It's a real fork in the road game for Buffalo. If the Bills win, they can plant that flag. We are back. It is us and the Chiefs in the AFC.
That's facts. If you think about it, this is a big fork in the road game. Because you win this game, all eyes are back on the Bills. Just go a short few weeks ago. When we took down the mighty Dolphins, I was waxing the Broncos and putting up on points on people, and we came in and put a stomping on them. We were at top of the world. Watch out, Bills fans. Watch out, NFL. The Bills are back, and they just humbled the Miami Dolphins, right? And it was all about the Buffalo Bills. And then the next week, we pull a stinker. And you're like, what? Wait a minute. Wasn't that the thing that just beat the Dolphins, and then they pull this act? What the heck is going on? So this is a very big fork in the road for real. And if we come out on top, it kind of gives us not only the gusto, the surge that this team needs, the confidence, the mental is huge. And don't get me started. I don't know what happens if we lose, but let Colin Cowherd keep talking here.
We've got it all figured out. Our problems are behind us. Watch out, here we come. And if the Bills lose, it's official. They have peaked. They're officially regressing. It's Chiefs, Bengals, and Jags. That's my gut feeling.
And the national media, Colin included, would go ham on that because that's what it would be. We lose this game, we drop to 5-4. Right? The Dolphins and Chiefs are playing. Who knows how that goes? I mean, either one of those teams that win or lose, it affects us because I mean these guys they're looking like playoff bound teams. Then you got the Jets that are playing. I think who they're playing, the Giants. Can't remember who they're playing. They should win that game. So this would not bode well for the Bills if we lose this game, especially knowing the gauntlet of teams that we've got to play coming up. I mean, do I have to remind you who we play? Broncos, they're playing a lot better. We should win that game. Should get us back on top. And then it really starts. Jets, Eagles. Then we have the bye week. Whew, thank goodness. And then we face the Chiefs. That should give us some kind of reprieve, if you will, so we can get right back into it. Then we got the Cowboys, Chargers, Patriots, Dolphins. We can't afford to drop any games. We need this. So, yes, it becomes a fork in the freaking road.
Again, Buffalo. Remember this, a few decades ago, Hall of Fame quarterback, great defensive pieces, star receiver, all wasted. Those ghosts start to reemerge.
90s Bills, that's what he's talking
that
about.
Game last year at home, playoffs against the Bengals, that was embarrassing. Your quarterback and your wide receiver are arguing. It was a perfect game for Buffalo. It was a snow game. It was at home. They couldn't move the chains. They were pushed around. This is a huge game for Buffalo. They need to win. It can't be luck. It can't be circumstance. It needs to be with conviction. It has that same feel. Games like this can matter. Remember a few years ago, Raptors-Sixers. Remember that game? Kawhi Leonard corner, game 7, shoots it. Bang, 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 bounces around the rim. It goes in. Raptors go on to win the title. Sixers have never been the same. Emotionally, they were never the same. Ben Simmons, James Harden, they were reaching, trying to make deals. You start losing these big TV games, these standalone, the game of the weekend, the one we're all talking about. And this is a franchise. Defensive coordinator just left. Offensive coordinator getting heat. Don't seem to match up. Wildly inconsistent week to week. Very, very important.
So I'm with Colin with when he says the emotional part, the mental part. The whole it changes everything with when the Raptors beat the 76ers. It was a playoff game, right? But this is a regular season. So I can some people are like, that was playoffs. But forget about it being a playoff game. We know how important the actual game is. And you guys always hear it. 90% of this game, you know what I'm saying, is mental. You know what I'm saying? Or what is it? Is it like what 90% of this game is mental? Like it's all here. That's physical. You can get all the physicality, but you need up here. Up here is the biggest one. And if you're mentally checked out, mentally fragile, mentally you know what I'm saying, like you're out of it or you're shook or whatever, sometimes these losses can do that to you. Right? Pressure coming from outside, whether some people listen to it or not, it can change a lot of things. But a win, though, massive, bro. You bring in a Leonard Fournette. You brought in a Rasul Douglas. You brought in a Linval Joseph. So on the cheap, you bring in some weapons in here, and we put some wins in there. And now you got guys that have some veteran ability and they've won. Rasul Douglas has won. Leonard Fournette, playoff Lenny, has won. So you bring in these guys that have won. Joseph, I believe, in 2010 won his second year in the league or first year in the league with the Giants, I believe. Was it the Giants? I can't remember. Forgive me if I got that wrong. You brought in 3 guys that kind of have an idea of how to win and what it takes and the feeling. So when these things happen, these massive moments, these massive games come about, and we come out on top, it does wonders. Does wonders for your squad. That's why we need this game. We need this game. So the real question now becomes, how do we win this game? Where are our advantages? What could we learn from last week? Last week, yeah. What could we learn from last week? What could we learn from last year? Right? Our past moments in the playoffs. What are these new guys going to bring to the table? Do we have the wrong outlook in the locker room? Does Rasul Douglas come in and say, okay, I see what's going on here. This is what they're missing. Boom. Playoff Lenny says, oh, I know exactly what y'all missing. Y'all missing some toughness. Y'all missing some grit. Y'all need that. I got you. Thanks, coach. Took you long enough, but I'm here now. Linval Joseph, obviously, DeQuan going down. He comes in and says, all right, man, y'all need that one tech? I got you. Y'all do what you got to do. Ed Oliver, Edward, get after it. I'll hold the line. So, everyone has to play their parts. Play your parts. So now, how is it? How do we establish ourselves? How do we get this win in Cincinnati? First of all, I actually love the fact that we're on the road. I love it. I love that we're on the road. Silence the crowd, and we got to start fast. I know it's easy to say, we got to start fast, but I'm talking about if you get the coin toss, say, I want the football. We're going to march. We're going to put that. We're going to get up there. And we're going to put the pressure on the Bengals. Put the pressure on the Bengals, and they got to come back and march back against us. Because if you don't march back, we're going to march back up there and put some points on y'all. Now, I'm looking at the statistics. Can't even say it. I'm looking at the stats. I'm looking at statistics of this Bengals team compared to the Bills team, right? Offensively. Right now, the Bills are 4th in the league right now at total yards per game at 376. The Bengals right now are ranked 29th at 276 yards. Now, some folks might say, yo, don't look at the stats. That don't mean anything. Look at what these guys are doing right now. Well, I'm looking at it over time. What have y'all done? And most people might say, yeah, but the Bills haven't looked good the last 3 games. So what you looking at? But we got to look at it overall. And that's it's for the numbers, pure numbers, and then we can kind of break it down a little more. Passing yards a game, we're 4th. The Bengals right now are 23rd. And they're getting better, though. Rush yards per game, we're averaging 113 yards a game. I expect that to continue. We're ranked 13th. The Bengals right now are ranked 31st. Like I said, I told my man Zim, y'all don't run the ball, man. You guys don't run the ball, so you guys are going to be pretty much running the football. But if you remember last game, Mixon ran for 160.
Buffalo Fanatics, what's going on? This is Pierre the Kingpin, and I wanted to talk to you today about Cigars International, which is the ultimate destination for premium homemade cigars. Known as the industry leader, Cigars International offers the largest selection, unbeatable prices, and a customer service experience that's second to none. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned vet, Cigars International makes enjoying cigars easy, approachable, and fun. Cigars International is the go-to retailer for all things cigars, with the biggest selection of premium homemade cigars available anywhere. Cigars International offers unbeatable deals and discounts, making it easy to stock up on your favorite or try something new without breaking the bank. with fast free shipping and their 100% satisfaction guarantee, you can shop with confidence knowing that Cigars International stands behind every order. They have good relationship with vendors that helps provide great low prices. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned pro, Cigars International makes it easy to find the right cigar with helpful guides, staff reviews, and expert advice. It's not just about cigars. Cigars International also offers a wide range of accessories and more to elevate your smoking experience. Check out the great deals every day at cigarsinternational.com. That's cigars, CIGARS, international.com. Use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply. Again, use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply.
If you're a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility and your machinery isn't working right, Grainger knows you need to understand what's wrong as soon as possible. So when a conveyor motor falters, Grainger offers diagnostic tools like calibration kits and multimeters to help you identify and fix the problem. With Grainger, you can be confident you have everything you need to keep your facility running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
64 yards on us. So we can't sit here. Y'all don't run the ball. It's about the matchup. It's about exploiting something that you see on this defense. Thank goodness that we brought in some beef in the middle, because you ain't just about to just run all over us. You're going to have to really, you're going to really have to get after it. And right now, the Bengals right now are 31st in the game. They've run for 553 yards, and they're averaging 79 yards a pop. The Bills right now, and this is where I don't like this stat right here because we haven't been our best the last 3 games, but we're averaging 27 points a game, almost 28. The Bengals, on the other hand, they're ranked 23rd, and they're scoring 18 points a game. Here's the one thing that I do like. The Bengals put up 31 points on a very good Niners defense last week. And looking at the defensive side of the ball, the Bills in yards allowed were 13th in the game. Pass yards allowed, we're 10th in the game. We're top 10 defense on pass game, 204 yards. We're 22nd in the league right now. We're a little below middle of the pack. 122 yards a game we're allowing. These guys don't run the ball. So this will be interesting how this plays out. At points allowed per game, 17 points. We're 4th in the game. Even with our depleted defense, we're 4th in the game at 17 points a game. These guys are averaging 18. This is going to be a defensive ball game, ladies and gentlemen. A defensive ball game. It'll be fun. They're ranked 17th in the game. They're averaging 20 points a game allowed. 138 yards a game rushing allowed. That's ranked 28th. So these numbers tell a bit of a story. They tell a bit of a story. We can exploit that defense. We can. We just got to pick our moments. And I believe it's got to start with Kincaid. Soften that middle. They won't be able to handle him. And if Josh can identify that, that is their weakness and he exploits it, have them kind of shrink a little bit, bring a little bit so they can muddy up the middle of the field, then it opens the game up for your Stephon Diggs. Opens the game up for Gabe Davis. Opens the game up for Khalil Shakir that had a nice game last week. Hopefully, we start to kind of put some things, stack some games together, so that way we can have some consistency. Because that's what we lack with these Bills. Consistency. 1 week you get your tight end heavily involved. 1 week you get your slot receiver heavily involved. The next you abandon it. 1 week you're running the ball and we're doing well, and the other week you abandon it. It's very odd. We need a level of consistency with this Bills squad. Need that. Without the consistency, you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what you're going to get. What is it? Was it I've never seen this movie, but what's that guy that says Jenny Forrest Gump? What is it? You never know that box of chocolate line. You never know what you're going to get in that box of chocolate. You don't know what the hell Bills team you're going to get week to week. You're not sure. So hopefully we come alive and we start handling what we need to handle at the end of the day. Shout out to my man Walt. What's up, Ronald? Ronald Wrigley, what's happening, brother? Ronald says Bengals offense seems to be hitting their peak. They certainly are. They're on a 3-game win streak. Joe Burrow was starting to get healthy. My man T. Higgins is coming around the corner. Jamar Chase and Joe Shiesty seem to be lockstep. And they're thriving right now. They're hitting their stride right now. So these Bills got to come in and disrupt that. And we've got a good enough defense that we can. And I love to see this. This matchup is going to be a fun one. If you guys are going to be joining us live while Pierre hits this one, he is going to be a freaking roller coaster. He'll be up and down. I'll tell you this right now, because this game presents that. This is a very good team that we're going to face. And they have the edge on us because they've beaten us in the playoffs where it mattered the most. And they were on their way to beating us in the regular season. So this is a game of redemption. If you got, you know what I'm saying? If you got some character, if you got some, you know what I mean? If you want to drop your nuts, this is the time to drop your nuts and, you know what I'm saying? And punch it right back in the mouth. Because right now, when they socked us in the mouth, they had us holding our jaw with an ice pack. They sent us home packing. They packed our shit and sent us home, man. We're healed up now. Now it's time to go hit him back in the mouth. We got to. It's necessary. And we've got some players that are coming along now. Rasul Douglas, if Rasul Douglas comes in and plays, he's got a great feel for zone. He's got a great feel for the game. This would be a nice shot in the arm for this defense. Von Miller seems to be getting his legs under him. He's starting to get around the corner. He's starting to get to what he's doing. This will be an ideal opportunity for him to jump on this. Would it be nice? We didn't have him last time. This would be nice. Get Von Miller on that squad. Get Greg Rousseau going. Edward coming back in. Now you got Livell Joseph that's going to be clogging up the middle. This is a massive game. Massive game for these Bills. We got to take it. We got to take it to them. Shout out to my man Ravens for life. So what's happening, man? Sorry to say, but the Bills about to get smoked. Y'all too injured on D. I see Cincinnati putting up 40 points on y'all. Damn. I don't even think Cincinnati put up 40 points all year, and you think they're going to put 40 points on us? That is something. I mean, I get it. You're a Ravens guy. But you don't want to root for the freaking Bengals, do you? You want them to lose. But you probably feel good because you're a Ravens guy, so you're already at the top. I get it. But let's not get it twisted, folks. Let's not get it twisted. These guys have come close to 40 points once, and it was against the freaking Cardinals with Josh Dobbs playing. So let's pump the brakes just a little bit. We respect the squad, don't get me wrong, but Bengals putting up 40, I don't know about all that. You might want to relax on that one. This defense is still a damn good defense. Don't get me wrong. The Ravens defense right now is, I think, allowing 15 points a game or something like that. The Bills are right behind y'all with 17. Chill out. 40 points. Relax. You tripping. But this is a huge game, and I need y'all to know that. And I'm trying to think of like who came the closest to putting up 40 points on us. The closest anybody came to putting up that many points on us was the Patriots, for crying out loud. And that was an anomaly. The Patriots put up 29 points. I don't know what the hell we were smoking that day, but something was up. It ain't gonna happen. 40 points. Now, the Ravens, I'm sure we'll see y'all in the playoffs. Let us make the playoffs first. Let's just put it that way. You know what I'm saying? When y'all stop playing these cupcakes that you play right now and you play, you know what I'm saying, some good-ass squads, then we can talk about it. But this game, this matchup is huge. So how do we win this game? If we're going to establish something, if we're going to unveil this new look offense, and I say new look because we're sprinkling in, that 12 personnel, and I think Quentin Morris comes back, because now with Quentin Morris back, it allows us to get back into 12 personnel mode, at least to sprinkle that in. So we'll see how, and he's healthy, he's ready to go. So 12 personnel becomes a thing again. We can now be a little more balanced against the Bengals. We will run the game. We will run the game. We will run the football. We will take what is given to us. We won't be forced to go deep. We will not be forced to try to take the big shot because you think that Josh wants to take it. He's a little more refined this year. Does he want to take the top off the defense? Absolutely he does. But he's a tad more refined this year, where he's having to take the dump offs. He's taken more dump offs this year than I've ever seen him as a damn quarterback for the Bills. So that being said, you're facing a different minded quarterback, one that will take what's given, move the sticks, keep it rolling. He just can't get out of character and start going and falling into the trap of Sweet Lou Amanaro. What is it? Is that his name? Anamaro. So we'll see how that plays out. So first things first, how we establish ourselves and how do we win this game. I got three things that stood out to me, and I'm going to share more on the pregame. But three things that stand out to me on how we can establish that is that us going back to 12 personnel and having a more of a balanced offense. We're not sitting here dependent on the pass and can't run the football. And I think this is why McDermott has been stressing, or so the rumors say, that he's been having his foot in, or his thumb in the offense, his imprint, to not be one dimensional. I want you to be able to run the football and pass the football. And right now we're kind of like that. Thank you, Anarumo. Sweet Lou Anarumo. Thank you for that, by the way. So I think McDermott's involvement, if you will, according to Ken Dorsey, or his influence, if you will, I think it'll pay dividends in this game. I think that we'll see more an emphasis on us ground and pound. Let's control the clock. Let's control the trenches, and they can't just force us to be one dimensional. So we will run the football. I feel that we will, especially with Leonard Fournette, and I hope he does play. This would be great. Get him a few touches in the game. See how that plays out. Let's roll. So establish that damn run. We will run the football. That's a damn fact. We will run the football. So you got to run that thing. Secondly, listen, man. Not that he won't do it, but Joe is super cool, man. He's and I say super cool meaning like he isn't rattled. He's not rattled. He's like Josh, man. Josh doesn't get rattled, man. You want to pressure him and blitz him, he will find that void and make you pay for it. Joe Burrow is kind of the same thing. But that pass rush is going to be massive. And that's my second key. That pass rush that absolutely did nothing last game against the Bengals. They were non-existent. You guys saw. They weren't even able to get to Joe Burrow. That pass rush is going to be immense this game. We need that pass rush. Greg Rousseau, Von Miller, Ed Oliver, AJ Epinesa, the guys that we pay handsomely to be on the squad and get after it, y'all need to do your job. It's all about the trenches. We have to win the trenches, but more on the defensive side of the ball. Because that was the one thing that pissed me off, is that we were not able to put any pressure on Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow had all the time in the world, and he was doing whatever he does. We can't have that. We cannot. So number one, let's establish that run. Let's not quit on the run. We have to run the football. And the fact that we will potentially have Quentin Morris back allows us to go back to 12 personnel. Not all day, every day, but we will be able to present that to that Bengals defense. You're not going to know what the hell's coming your way. You can't. We can't let you dictate that. Secondly, we got to win in the trenches on the defensive side of the ball. We had no pressure. None. On Joe Burrow the last matchup the Bills had with the Bengals. I don't even think we sacked him. Not once. And that was a guy that was getting just murdered at the beginning of the year last year. Just he couldn't stay on his feet. He was always on his back. And I'm going back to the Bengals game, 27-10. I'm just looking to see if we even recorded a statistic on the defense recording as a sack. Not even. He didn't get sacked once, folks. Oh, he got sacked twice. Joe Burrow was sacked twice. Forgive me. And let me see who our sack artists were. It was Matt Milano. Excuse me. He was sacked once for 2 yards. Matt Milano was our linebacker, was the guy that was able to get it. So that means we had to generate a pass rush by blitzing in order for us to get there. So hopefully that changes. QB hits. We had 3 QB hits on Joe Burrow in that last playoff game. They had 8 QB hits on Josh Allen in that playoff game. So that goes to tell you what we need to be done. What needs to be done. Get after it. So pressure from the defensive front. Need that. Get that run game going. And last but not least, and I mean this with all my heart, get 14 involved. You get that brother involved, everything else opens up. It opens up for James Cook. It opens up for Kincaid. It opens up for our guy, you know what I'm saying, Gabe Davis, Khalil Shakir. It opens the game up. Because they're gonna be doubling him. They're gonna be so try to get him involved to the point where they're gonna have to focus on 14. But now allows, with the new outlook on this offense, allows Josh to now cook other places. And maybe we will see what what Coach and Ken Dorsey have been wanting to do all year. We faced a team that we played last year that made us one-dimensional, passing the football, couldn't run the ball a damn lick. And here we are. I mean, look, last year, we ran for 64 yards total, and guess what? Josh Allen had 26 of them off of 8 carries. Devin Singletary was our next leading rusher at 25. That ain't gonna cut it. We definitely gonna run the ball. 64 yards? Nah, you tripping. There ain't no way. Ain't no way. Meanwhile, the freaking Cincinnati Bengals ran for 172 yards on us last week. Ain't no way. Ain't no damn way. We got to get our act together. Stephon Diggs, get yourself involved. That's a key matchup. We got you. You get that boy involved. Everything else opens up. Defensive front, get after Joe Burrow. Make them uncomfortable. Move that pocket, for crying out loud. We can't have that. We can't be generating. I mean, Matt Milano was the guy that got us the sack off of that. Nah. And we don't got Matt Milano. So we got to get after it. And what is one underrated one that I got to jump into? Penalties. Penalties. We can't have that, man. I'd love to know where we rank in terms of penalties this year. Because that is what kills us. It kills momentum. It sends us back. Like, we just can't, man. I'm about to check to see what we're looking at right now in terms of penalties per game. So right now, golly, all right, in 8 games. See, this is the problem, folks. I'm going to tell you right now, this is the problem. In 8 games that we played this year, we ranked 7th. We ranked 2nd. We've run 1191 plays. We've against, and I'm trying to catch here. Golly, man. Total flags called on the Bills, 64 this year. 64. I want to see where we rank. So we are the 5th most penalized team in the game. We got to cut that out, man. 35 of them being at home, 20 away. 3 of them have been offsetting. 6 have been declined. Pre-snap flags. Listen to this. Pre-snap flags, 20 of them. 20 pre-snap flags. Where does that rank us? Indianapolis is first at 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're 8th in the game with pre-snap flags. Yeah, that ain't, listen, we can't. There you go, folks. That's the underrated thing, that we take too many stupid penalties that back us up and take us out of contention, that take us out of a proper field position. Discipline, man. We got to get back to being disciplined. Get off this whole, like, we just can't, man. You're not going to win many games. And you're going to put yourself in trouble, or you're sitting here digging yourself out of holes that you got no business being in by taking these stupid, unnecessary penalties. We got to cut it out. 65 freaking penalties. 65 flags thrown on us. Nah, we can't have that. We cannot have that. So, folks, those are the 3. And I don't want to give too much away because, obviously, Sunday night is going to be an epic day. We got the Chiefs-Dolphins that go off on Sunday morning. And then we got football the rest of the day. And then we have the Sunday night game. That's going to be huge. So, it is going to be fun. Now, before we get out of here, you guys already know what it is, man. We got to do our Friday pick'ems. Pick'ems, baby. We got to do our Friday pick'ems. And if you guys are interested in that, let's jump into it. And then I'm going to get out of here, and you guys can enjoy your evening. And by the way, you notice that the show was done a little earlier than we normally. We had to, sometimes you got to adjust for your guests, man. If they say, hey, I can't make it till that time, you got to switch it up. You're damn right I care. So I'm a little earlier than I normally am, but here we are, folks. Here we are. So let's take a look at the schedule for this week. And we're about to pick the games and get this thing cracking. Let me just pop this thing open because I got to get the right one here. There we go. NFL schedule. There we go. So here's the deal. Miami at Kansas City. Miami at Kansas City. How do you guys feel about this game coming up? Miami at Kansas City. You got Tyreek Hill going back to Kansas City. I mean, they're in Germany. They're playing in Germany. So really, they're on a neutral field. This whole overseas nonsense, I'm over it. So over it. So Kansas City is a 10 a.m. game. You guys, 9 a.m. for you guys, 10:30 for me. You guys will have to get up and watch that game. That'll be interesting. That'll set the tone for this Sunday. Who do you think has it? Is it Kansas City that takes the dominance and goes over and takes and handles business against their former receiver? Or do the Dolphins come in and take down the damn Chiefs? What do you guys think? This one's a tough one, man. This one is a very tough one. I'm not sure. Ravens for life. What you got, Ravens? Ravens for life says, yo, I got KC Swift will be there. She's definitely not going to miss a trip to go to Germany, so she'll probably be there for sure. That's a tough one for me, folks. I had no idea with this one. Miami's been looking pretty good. Obviously, Raheem Mostert is doing his thing. They're going to get Devin A-Chain back the next couple weeks. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out for these guys. I'm going to go. Oof. And KC hasn't looked like KC as of late, man. And if Travis Kelce doesn't have the game that we're accustomed to him having, it puts the Chiefs in trouble. I'm gonna give the Dolphins the benefit of the doubt. I think they're gonna be ready to go. Tyreek wants this badly. I think I'm gonna give the Dolphins this one. And really, there's no right answer for this game, by the way. There's no right answer. I don't want the Chiefs to win, and I don't want the Dolphins to win. I mean, for all I care, I hope they tie game and call it a day, but it's not going to happen. There's going to be a winner. I'm going to say Dolphins over Chiefs. Dolphins over Chiefs. It's an emotional win. I think they take this one. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I don't want any of these teams to win, so I got to pick one. So Hill is definitely going to want out. He's going to want to do some things. Ramsey Ramsey is going to be playing. So there's a little confidence on the Dolphins squad right now. So I'm going to give the Dolphins this matchup. I'm going to give the Fins this matchup. Let's go to the next one here. Minnesota at Atlanta. Well, Kirk Cousins ain't playing, so I'm taking Atlanta. Atlanta's got a low-key pretty decent defense. So Vikings, I mean, I don't know anything about this new quarterback that y'all got. I know you guys got Josh Dobbs to come in and take over eventually, but right now, there's no other way to look at it, man. I can't do it. I gotta give Atlanta the win. My man Mike Hartle, what's up, Mike? Mike says, "Yo, what was your upset special last week?" I think my upset special was the Jets over the Eagles, or was it the 2 weeks ago? What was my upset special? I can't even remember now. Did I pick an upset special last week, guys? I can't recall. I didn't write them down. I did it on the fly, so I'm writing them down now. So you know what, Mike? I apologize. I know I picked one, but I think I was wrong about my upset special from last week. Actually, you know what? Let me just go back. I'll tell you right now. When I was picking the upset for last week, I think I picked I wanted to pick Philly over Washington over Philly, but I didn't pick that game. I think I picked who did I pick? I don't even remember. Dude, I don't remember, man. I don't remember. I'm not even gonna bother. All right, let's move on to the next. Let's get on to it. Let's get on with it. Get on with it, folks. All right, here we go. So Atlanta over Minnesota, Arizona, Cleveland. Listen, they got PJ Walker at the quarterback, and then they got some random Tunchi, whoever the quarterback is that's going to be for the Cardinals. That's a shit show of a game, but that Browns defense is too damn good. So I'm going to go Browns over the Cardinals. I mean, there's nothing else about it. That game's just a shit show. Don't even televise that thing. Don't even televise it. LA Rams at Green Bay. Give me the Rams over Green Bay. They don't know what the hell's going on at quarterback. Jordan Love. They're not even getting the run game established with Aaron Jones. It's a joke. And they just lost Rasul Douglas. We stole their heart and the soul of that team, of that defense. And you expect them to go and play the Rams and beat the Rams? Not happening. Rams over Green Bay. I'm taking that. No problem. Here we go. Washington at New England. Give me Washington. Washington, ironically, listen, I know they lost two defensive pieces in Josh Sweat? Was it Josh Sweat? Josh Sweat. I'm saying Josh Sweat. I'm saying they lost Young, and I think they lost Sweat. Was it Sweat they lost? Yeah, I think they lost Sweat to the Bears. So, they weren't really doing much anyway for the Commanders. So the Commanders are now, you know what I mean? They gotta get it together. Somebody's got to step up. And right now, New England is a mess, man. New England's is it Montez Sweat? I said Josh Sweat. Thank you, Montez Sweat. Yeah, man, I'm gonna take Washington over any. Fuck New England. You know, listen. Although New England is still taking their L's, I still don't care. I can't fuck with those guys, man. Fuck them. Chicago and New Orleans, man. Who gives a damn, man? Give me New Orleans. New Orleans over Chicago. I mean, Chicago would have a chance if they put Nate Peterman in the game, but it's not happening. So New Orleans will take that game. Seattle at Baltimore. Seattle at Baltimore, man. Seattle plays teams tough, bro. They play teams tough. They really do. Kenneth Walker's doing their thing out there. Geno Smith, you know what I'm saying? He's dialing up. They're healthy over there, man. But Baltimore's playing tight. I'm going to come back to that one. I'm going to come back to that one. I'm going to come back to that one. That one's I'm not sure about. Tampa Bay, Houston. I low-key F with Houston, bro. I really low-key I F with Houston. I'm taking Houston over Tampa. I don't like the run game. Rashad White ain't that dude. He's just not. He's a big. He can catch the ball. That's a lie. Let me bring it back. They're not establishing the run enough for me to like them. And I got to roll with my guy Devin Singletary. He's out there. Pierce is out there. They got some young bucks out there, and CJ Stroud is doing it. He's cooking out there. So I'm giving CJ Stroud over Baker Mayfield. I'm gonna take that all day. Indy at Carolina. Carolina's off. They got a huge win last week. Is this the time that the young quarterback starts to kind of dial up and get their things together? Indy at Carolina. I need your help with that one because I don't know this one. Indy at Carolina. Who y'all like? Indy at Carolina. Indy at Carolina. Ugh. Gardner Minshew's the quarterbacking. JT's running the football out there. If I'm going by, give me Indy. I trust the run game in Indianapolis over Carolina. Oh, Carolina. It's not happening with me, man. Giants at Las Vegas. Give me the Vegas Raiders. I'm taking the Raiders over the Giants. They got Daniel Jones coming back. He's a bum. He's an absolute bum. And I'm taking the rookie. They're benching Jimmy G, and they're just starting the rookie. And I think they got a new head coach, and they play for that head coach, and they got that bum McDaniels out of there, and the GM and the offensive coordinator. Give me Las Vegas Raiders over the New York Giants. The Giants, Brian Dable, just bro. I feel you. You got coach of the year last year. I know you deserved it, but like now you got to do it again. And right now your team is looking sus right now, bro. They sus right now, kid. So Giants, you're taking that L, man. Raiders over the Giants, and I got Buffalo over Cincinnati. Why do I have Buffalo over Cincinnati? Because we freaking need this game. We need it. And I feel that we actually can beat them. I feel that we can beat them. And then usually you guys, I tell you if I feel good about a game and I don't feel good about it. And I don't feel great about it, but I know how much we need this game. We need this game. Right? And we're going on the road. I think going on the road is going to be good for us. And I think we come out on top and we take down the freaking Joe Burrow-led Bengals. Right? Now, when I did my prediction before the season, I had the Bengals beating us again. I really hope that I'm wrong in my prediction and that we come out on top because Lord knows we need this thing. We need this game, and I hope we take it. So Buffalo over Cincinnati for the Sunday night game. Dallas and Philly. Yo, you know what? Dallas team is a team I don't really like. Hold on, my man Raven said he said, Rico, if you was putting $500 on the game, would you still take the? You know what? If I'm putting $500 on it, yeah, I'll take him. Listen, I'm confident, man. You guys, Ravens, you know me, man. You've been watching me for a long time. I try not to mince and waver back and forth. I try to, you know what I mean? If I say something, I say something. I mean it. And I actually genuinely like this game. If you were to ask me the first week, the Bills and Jets, I would have said, yo, put my money on the Jets because I don't feel good about this one. And I was right. But I hated being right, but I was. But in this game right here, man, Philly and the Cowboys. And Philly's at home. They got a run game. A.J. Brown is playing out of his mind. Yo, give me Philly over Dallas. And even in that game is a big one. That's a big game that's happening right now. So give me Philly over the Dallas Cowboys. And that's a game that we can watch, actually. That's at 525, so I'll take that. And then last but not least, we got the Chargers. The Chargers and the Jets. Ooh, that's a good one. The Chargers and the Jets. The Chargers and the Jets. The Chargers and the Jets. Well, I don't trust Zach. I don't trust Zach Wilson, man. I don't trust him. Give me the Chargers over the Jets. And I'll gladly take the Jets to lose because right now they're on our ass right now, and I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. So my upset of the week, I've made my decision. I'm taking Seattle over the Ravens. That's my upset of the week. Seattle over. I couldn't decide, but I think DK, I think Kenneth Walker, I think Geno Smith. I think they come out and they clip the wings of the Ravens. Sorry, Ravens for life. I think you guys are gonna lose this game, bro. I think this is the upset of the week. And it's an upset because they're not supposed to win. They're not supposed to win. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm taking that squad, man. I'm taking that squad. Shout out to my man Silas. What's up, Si? What's going on, bro? Silas says, yo, this ain't the same team from last year, bro. We have the advantage on the trenches, and I'm tired of the Bengals whining about everything. Shut up and play. And you know what? I was saying this earlier. I don't know how long you've been watching, Si, but I said one of the keys to this victory is the trenches. We didn't put enough on them last year, but you know what I mean? We're a little healthier this time. We have guys that are motivated. We have guys that, you know what I'm saying, they know what's at stake. We know what happened. We knew what happened last game. We know. So now Now that we know what's going on, we're on the road, we're focused, we're ready to go. We know what's at stake. Yo, we're coming for that. We need that. So trenches is going to be very important in this one. I think that we have the advantage. Now, don't get me wrong. Trey Hendrickson is nice. That boy can play. Their Sam linebacker can play. They got a good roster out there in Cincinnati land. They really do. And I'm not going to take away from them. They got a good little squad out there. They're doing it. Sam Hubbard is doing his thing. Like, I get it, man. DJ Reader. Like, they got some good guys. Josh Topu is out. He's a depth. He's a second DT. He's out. But, yeah, BJ Hill. They got some guys, man. Trey Henderson, obviously, you guys know. Logan Wilson. Jermaine Pratt is always, he's a good middle linebacker. He's athletic. And we're going to see how we deal with this backfield. Will we test? And this is the big one. This is another point I want to make. Are we going to test the defensive backfield of these Bengals? We got to test them. We got to reach out and touch them a little bit and see how they respond. That's why when I said, if coin toss, we win that coin toss, I want football. I want the Bills to say, I want the ball. Let's roll. Let's go. Don't play scared. Ain't no time to play scared, man. We're going into a crucial week. We gotta handle our business. We gotta handle our business, man. So let's go over the pick'ems, and then we're gonna get out of here, man. So Dolphins over Chiefs. I think I'm taking the Dolphins, man. I think Dolphins over Chiefs, Atlanta over the Vikings, Browns over Cardinals, Rams over Green Bay. I got Washington over New England. I got New Orleans over Chicago. My upset special, I got the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks over the Ravens. I got Houston over Tampa, Indy over Carolina. I got the Raiders over the Giants. I got Buffalo over Cincy, Philly over the Cowboys. That's a tough one, but I'm going to take Philly. They're at home. And I like what A.J. Brown is doing right now. A.J. Brown just can't be stopped. But that defense for the Cowboys is no joke either. So that's a tough one. But I'll take Philly because Philly's at home, and I think Philly gets this one. And then the Chargers over the Jets. I just don't trust Aaron Wilson. Excuse me, Aaron Wilson. Zach Wilson. I just don't trust him. I don't trust him, but I do love me some Breece Hall. So if they can establish a run and get Breece Hall going, it's a different ballgame. But at the end of the day, your quarterback is how far you get by your quarterback play. So that's the way I look at it. By the way, I got a comment coming in from my man Mark. Says Seahawks and Ravens are going to be a throwdown. I think so too, man, because that's a good defense. Tariq Woolen out there. Adams is healthy. They got some good guys out there, man. And Geno Smith, if Geno Smith can put some things together, and DK can get started. Tyler Lockett can get started. Like, yo, they could do that. And Smith and Jigba, they got a good squad out there, man. It's just Geno's got to let it fly. He's got to let it fly, man. Let it go. So I'll take that, man. My man Ravens for Life is not liking this stuff. He's like, yo, y'all picking against my damn my Ravens. Yo, when Ravens win, I will be in your live chat Sunday. You better be in the live chat when they lose too, bro. You better be in there. But that's going to be a good matchup nonetheless. That's why it's an upset special, because what's supposed to happen is the Ravens are supposed to come through. But don't get me wrong. The Ravens, they lost a stinker not too long ago. A team that they had no business losing against. And away and I don't know what happened. Who did you guys lose to again? I'm trying to think of who y'all lost to, because you guys had no business losing to that squad. Y'all lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers 17-10. And then you lost to freaking Indianapolis in overtime. Fam. Yeah. I'm looking at your hold on. Let me look at this Ravens. Y'all played Houston. Then you guys played Cincinnati the week 2, which was a tough game, 27-24. Then y'all lost to the Colts. Then y'all whooped the Cleveland Browns. Then you lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers, to Kenny Pickett and them boys. Then you won against Tennessee, against whoever. I don't know who the hell was quarterbacking that day, Tannehill, whoever. Then y'all won convincing against Detroit. Detroit's a good team. That's a good win. Then y'all went through a barn burner with the Cardinals. Fam, I mean, y'all got some wins, but like nothing special. Nothing special, bro. So I'm just saying, man. Like, listen, the league is full of parity, first of all. And this is what the NFL wants. They don't want things to come easy where teams are just blowing teams out. I mean, if you look at the standings, let's go to the standings and all over the place. Like there really isn't You're not going to sit here and find that there's one team that's killing the game. Everyone's taking some losses. Everyone's taking some licks. And it's like there's not one team that's sitting here just killing it. So this is actually a testament to how the league is looking out. Like right now, the Miami Dolphins are 6-2. Baltimore is 6-2. Jacksonville is 6-2. Kansas City 6-2, and Philly 7-1. Detroit 6-2. And then the NFC South is a mess. And then Seattle's 5-2. Yo, there's some good squads, man. Everywhere. Just that NFC South is just a mess. Atlanta's 4-4. Tampa's 3-4. New Orleans is 4-4. What a mess that's a mess out there. Anyway, folks, that time. If you guys enjoyed the show, do me a favor, smash that like. If you guys have not, hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell, people. Hit that notification bell so that way you guys know when I'm going live. I'm also going to be doing I guess a piece for Bleacher Report on Monday. They got me talking NFL, man. I'm actually once they give me what I'm going to be talking on, I think I'll be speaking on power rankings and what teams are power ranked where, and my opinion on where they're power ranked. So that'll be fun. And it might be not the top 10. It might be 10 to 20 and where these things are ranked. So I'll be hitting up on the Bleacher Report. So hit me up on there. I'll let you guys know ahead of time what's going on. And then I'm back at it again Sunday night. Y'all know what it is, man. Sunday night, we're going to talk about it. Saturday, my man Rev is going to be talking the game up. And then we'll see you guys Sunday night pregame. And then we're going to do the game up. I'm telling you right now, we need this win. We need the win against the Bengals in the worst way. The same way they need it, we need it too. And just to give you guys a reminder, man, if the Bengals lose this game, there's 38% chance of making the playoff. 38% chance of making the playoffs if they lose this game. If they win against the Bills, they have a 70% chance of winning it. The Bills win this game, 80% chance of making that playoffs. We lose this one, we're still up. It's a 50% chance. 50% chance of making the playoffs. So I don't want to fall in that position of 50%. Maybe we don't. Maybe not. I ain't with that. Let's get this win. Let's get this huge win on the road at that. And then it just gives us all the confidence in the world. Then we go in and stack another W against the Broncos. Then we take the Broncos down. And then we get ready. We get ready for, a big matchup against the Eagles. That's what it comes down to, folks. We got to take the Eagles down, and then we start to kind of establish ourselves as one of the top dogs in the game. We got no choice. We got to do it. So let's take down these Bengals. Let's get a dub against the Broncos. Oh, shit. Then we get the Jets first. Let's tune up the Jets. We got to repay them, get them back, tune them up, and then hit up the Eagles. We ain't done yet, baby. We ain't done yet. We ain't done yet. Let's get after it. Let's get after it. My man Bengals, my man Tavin says, yo, the Bengals are 0-3 in the AFC, and we're 1-3. We're no better, folks. We're no better. We lost to the Jets, right? We lost to the Jaguars. We lost to the Patriots. And then the only teams we beat are we beat the Raiders in the AFC, and we beat the Dolphins in AFC. So we're 2-3. No better. We're not that much better. All right. So, huge game. We got to get this one. So, you guys have yourself a fantastic night. I appreciate you guys always. My upset special, you guys already know what it is. Seattle over the Ravens. So, that's it for me, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Smash that like while you guys are here. Please do not leave without smashing like. Let's get this video to, on a Friday night, let's get it to what, 425? Let's get 425 likes on this wonderful Friday evening, and we can get out of here, man. So let me give you guys a little Symphony Outcast. Yo, mama, and you know what it is, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a fantastic evening. Enjoy yourselves. It's your boy Rico. It's the Buffalo Fanatics. Appreciate y'all, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side. And until next time, it's your boy, and I'm gone. Let's go. Woo! You like that Outcast? You guys don't know about that, man. A lot of people try to say, yo, what song is that? Sometimes I got to keep my secrets, people. I got to keep my secrets. Anyway, we'll catch you guys, man. Enjoy yourself. Peace.
If you're a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility and your machinery isn't working right, Grainger knows you need to understand what's wrong as soon as possible. So when a conveyor motor falters, Grainger offers diagnostic tools like calibration kits and multimeters to help you identify and fix the problem. With Grainger, you can be confident you have everything you need to keep your facility running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.